Hello everybody and welcome to Sniper Elite V2 Let's Play, hosted by 4KB Short, yours truly. We are going to go ahead and continue on to level 4 on Sniper Elite difficulty, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in.
Now, I was improvising. Nothing in our intel had indicated that Schweiger was a friendly. This made him a potential asset. I had to find him. Only one problem. Berlin wasn't a ghost town anymore. The Reds had broken through the German lines, and a tank unit was heading straight for where Schweiger was being held. The Krauts were making a stand at Museum Island. I was happy to let them rot, but helping them slow the Reds was my best chance of buying some time. My plan was an audacious one. To blow up the bridge with a shot from the top of the museum, stop the tanks dead in their tracks. Then, while the Krauts and the Ivans fought it out, I could head into town and get Schweiger.
Okay, as suggested, this is the first map where you run into Russians as well as Germans. That offers some great switch-ups for the loadout. This time around, I don't want to go with the Mosin Nagant straight through. This is actually the first mission where you acquire this weapon, about a quarter of the way through, I believe. I'm not going to keep it when that happens. I'm actually going to go with the Gewehr 43, which, although it comes in the middle of the list, you get it way later in the game. It's considered a more powerful weapon, and the scope is much more high-powered with 3 levels of zoom rather than 2. The problem that I find with the Gewehr is, as it is a semi-automatic 7-shot rifle, whether I want to or not, I tend to fire more wasted rounds downrange. I'm going to try to not do that, but from time to time it does happen. As we are dealing with Russians this time, I'm going to go ahead and go with the PPSH-41. We deal with the Russians for about the first half, and then the Germans after that. This gun will be dropped and switched out, but this does give a good indication, or a good way to show it off. I'm also going to go ahead and ditch the well rod. I do like it on this level, but as I said, I don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the Luger P08, and that's going to be my sidearm. Very noisy, but very functional. I don't really need trip mines this time around, but I think I might take them anyway. You don't really set up a position until later on. But even then, 2 trip mines isn't out of the realm of possibility of needing them. And then, of course, 2 steel hand grenades just in case. So, with that, let's go ahead and continue on. Alright, here we are. I like this level, at least the beginning of this level, because this starting zone right here is completely cut off from your enemies. They can't climb up, they can't get inside. So at least to the point, there's my package drop, at least to the point where in this first area you are completely safe, as I was going to say, but as you can see there's this sniper that I kept my head out too long and he did see me, so let's see if we can get our first kill shot here. There it is, okay. Now the Russians that are in the street, there are Russians in the street, they did hear me. We're not going to ignore them because we don't care. There are 2 snipers though, so we'll deal with the second one now. Okay, and now we can deal with the Russians in the street who are running around confused. 2 heart shots in a row, that's new, so go me. Okay, as I said, I do tend to fire off random rounds because I have them. I do not like doing that. I need to be very careful not to do that. I'd say that's a $1 million wound, but I believe it's only being shot in the butt, not in the hip. Okay, well apparently my first round hit him in the gun, so that second shot wasn't entirely wasted. I found that on this level, for whatever reason, the sniper rifles that they carry, I believe they're modeled after the Gewehr. I'm not sure if they are a Gewehr or if they have the same stats. But it only takes about 2 shots, whether it's random body shots or torso shots. It only takes about 2 shots for them to drop me. That is not acceptable. I have to be extremely careful about getting shot at. I can't be flippant about it and just say, oh, well, there's a sniper. Let me go ahead and just stick my head out and let him shoot at me for 5 minutes. And if I don't hit the first shot, well, that's okay. I can just try again later. They will kill me after 1 or 2 shots. And on Sniper Elite difficulty, I don't believe they actually output more damage than on any other difficulty, but they do notice you more easily. They are slightly more accurate. As you saw earlier in the video, there were a couple of guys who were shooting and the bullets were going left or right, but once they get that first hit, you do have to duck and move to the side, or they will end up putting that second round in you. Whether that's because they learn or because the game decides, well, that's where I hit you the first time, that's where I'm going to hit you again. It's hard to tell, but one way or the other, you are going to die. And look at me, I'm looting bodies, and I'm not even noticing these 2 guys here. Okay, he's going to go inside, but that's not going to do me any good, so I'm going to throw a rock. I don't like doing this, as I've said, but maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe the 2 Russians will line up and give me a nice clean kill. And there it is. Okay. For those who may think that I was too busy talking to notice those guys, I do know they show up, so I was kind of ignorant in that they had shown up, but they do only spawn once you jump down, and once you start coming out here, that's when they show up. The guy will actually just magically spawn out here at the end, and then the other one will spawn inside the house and step outside. I did miss that. Luckily, I didn't walk right up into them, or that would have been very embarrassing. I wanted to point this out. I never use it because there's usually nobody nearby it, and it is a loud noise, but this is similar to shooting a grenade or to shooting the gas canisters here. That will detonate that bomb, hence the really bright red. That will actually detonate that and kill anybody nearby. It looks okay. It's just a tiny gas pipe explosion is really all it is. Nothing spectacular, but it gets the job done, and it is an option. You can shoot that. Unless someone's standing right next to it, I wouldn't suggest wasting your time attempting to hit it. It is a very tiny target, but it isn't moving. So that is entirely up to you.
Где принимают брошенное оружие?
Комиссар хочет, чтобы ее на грузовике отправили в Принцлау.
Что внутри?
Только снайперская винтовка. Странно.
Alright, there's our Russians. That is actual Russian, as the German is actual German. I'm not sure if that has to be spelled out to anybody. I will say that I do very much enjoy the Russian language, more so than the German language. Alright, that was a little bit more violent than I was hoping for. The Luger is very loud, as you just heard. It is noisy, just like any other weapon, but it does give you the advantage over the Welrod of being a semi-automatic pistol, rather than a single-shot pistol that has to be reloaded or reprimed after each fire. That is actually very nice. The downside, of course, being that, like any other weapon you fire in the game, as soon as you fire off your first round, anybody nearby will hear it and will come to investigate. I had a lot of commentary on this. I had originally attempted to do this video a while ago. I had been having issues with it. It was not coming out properly. Before I started doing these videos, I watched some tutorials by Dark-Minded Sith. He actually gave some very good advice regarding what you should and shouldn't say. not about what your content should be, but he said that maybe you should just say whatever you want, comment on whatever you want.
Вот он!
Oh, good, that guy. I'd be very embarrassed if that gentleman didn't see me with me that close to his peripheral vision. Good AI on that one. But as I was saying, Dark-Minded Sith, he did say just comment on whatever you want, say whatever you want, say what makes you feel comfortable, and just have fun with it. If you can do that, then your commentary and your Let's Play will be fun. Unfortunately, I've been having issues for whatever reason. My voice wasn't working. My actual voice wasn't working. I couldn't form words. When I was playing the game, I was concentrating so hard on speaking that I wasn't playing, and I was dying a ton. So this playthrough, I'm trying my best. I'm trying to get through it. It's not going to be perfect. I may still die, but you know, 10 minutes of replaying the same section, that's no fun for anybody. So here it is, the first place you get the Mosin Nagant rifle in the game. Usually after this point, I never use any other rifle. I was so ecstatic when I found this rifle the first time. I didn't want to give it up. Even when I got the Gewehr and later in the game, I was like, nope, don't want that rifle, don't care, don't want to use it. This is my rifle of choice. But this time I'm going to go ahead and pick it up because it is the part of the quest, I guess. And it will show a little video. But once that's over, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the Gewehr so we can continue on with our little excitement.
Mosin Nagant 1891-31. Beautiful. The Russians sure know how to make a sniper rifle.
For anybody who may point this out or who may know anything about rifles, that is actually the incorrect bolt action for that rifle. That straight out bolt, which is actually what drew my attention to that gun in the first place in Call of Duty, that straight bolt is the non-scoped version. The bolt for the scoped version goes out and then it is bent downwards. And that is so it does not impact the scope when you fire, when you try to lock in the next round. Now, as you can see in the animation, when he popped that bolt up, it actually crossed over where the scope would be. So they use the non-scope Mosin model with a scope on it, which it's inaccurate. It's non-functional. You can't get the bolt open to release the round when that's the case. But it is the more distinctive of the two bolts. If you were to go with the original bolt, that bolt is actually it looks a lot like any other rifle at that point. The distinctiveness is extremely lost. There is one rifle I really wish they would add, or had added. I know this is Germany, US, and Russia, and like a lot of American-based or American story World War II games, the British are absent. But I also love the Lee Enfield rifle. I believe it's the Mark III or the Mark V, or it's a very short rifle. If you've ever played Call of Duty, you may have seen it. It is one of my ultimate favorite rifles, along with the Mosin. Alright, this is the reason right here. This is the guy who has been screwing me up throughout my entire attempt to play through this. For whatever reason, the way he's sitting here, I cannot kill him. I cannot get a stealth kill indicator. I don't know what it is. I don't know why that is. I've had difficulty stealth killing him in the past, but this is really difficult. Usually I would shoot him in the back with the well rod and just be done with it. But as I am carrying the Luger, I cannot do that. This is the point in the game where I have died multiple times, and I don't want to seem cheap. I don't want to seem like a wuss, but I also want to make this entertaining for you, the viewer. I do not want you to be sitting there going, "Oh my God, why do you keep playing this over and over again? Why have I watched you die by getting shot by the same guy so many times? Can you just move on?" Or "I'm not watching this anymore. I'm switching to something else." And that's not entertaining for you, and it's not very good for me. It doesn't put a good light on me. So, as you can see, I am going around. I'm not going to deal with those guys. I'm not going to shoot those guys. I'm not going to do anything with those guys. I'm just going to go around, and they hurt me. I'm not even going to do that. I was going to shoot that bullet and cause an explosion and chaos, but not even that. And the reason why is because way over there, I'm not even going to stop to look with my binoculars. That's how nervous this whole place is making me. But way over there, there is a guy, there's a sniper, and he's one of those hardcore 2 shots, you're dead snipers. He is the one who killed me the first 5 times that I tried to get through that section. I am not gonna mess with him at all. And there's a chance they saw him. Did they see me? Okay, no. It seems like maybe they're just making noises saying, I think I saw him, or I think I heard it over here. So I'm gonna get to this checkpoint. If I die, I'll be able to restart at the checkpoint. That's okay. I am perfectly okay with that. But that section that was actually one of my favorite things to do was to kill that sniper and then take out those 5 guys. And I even had a little show that I was gonna try. The commanding officer has a grenade hanging from his lapel. It's just hanging there, and it's huge. It's one of these types. It's I think it's the M4 grenade, the pineapple grenade, and it's just hanging from his chest. And that grenade is, if you shoot that grenade, I wanted to see what would happen. How many people would that take out? Unfortunately, I don't get to do that because that section of the game, as I said, it is my Achilles heel at this point. It is the point in the game that is kicking my butt, and this point may too. I have to move this body, but I may get seen. Alright, good. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm very nervous right now. As I said, I want to give my viewers the best view. I want to give you guys the best show, but at the same time, I also don't want to rush through this or screw it up. So this portion of the game right here, more so than that one's bothering me right now because it is. This one bothers me because the first time I came through here, I died a lot. And the reason for that is because these guys, there's this like one for every hallway. This thing is a big octagon, I think, is what it's shaped like. But it's got these spokes, hallway spokes, and each spoke has its own guy. And as I said, I'll often use the well rod in this area. I'll pop a guy in the back, and he'll fall down behind something, and that's it. But now I'm using the Luger, and I have to be more careful, so I can't just walk up behind a guy and pop him in the spine and then keep going. I have to actually pay attention to what's around me, because with the way these hallways are set up, the way that each one of these has access to every other one, either through a crack like this or through an actual door, there's a chance if I fire off a round, either in a panic or because I don't have any other choice, that can lead me to dying very quickly as I get rushed from all sides. So we don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that for you guys. I want you guys to have a good show, as I said, but at the same time, I have to be cautious. See, like that guy there, I don't know if he can see me if I snap that guy's neck. He probably will be able to, so I'm gonna sit here for a minute and see where these 2 guys patrol to. Maybe I'll get lucky and I can snap one of them silently so that they don't hear me or see me. Whoa. I don't know why he did not see me, but lucky me. Okay, I'm just gonna drop this guy here. I don't know their patrol routes. This is not one of my favorite places. I did not sit here at any point. I try not to linger, so I do not know their patrol routes. As I said, I try to get straight through this as quickly as possible. So in this case, I'm going the way I know, the way I'm fairly sure that I have the least likely ability to get caught. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. As you can see, you got one enemy through each window, and then a third one way down there. A single shot. If he sees me, if he sees my back or my gun, and he detects me, and that's it. That's the end. I'm screwed. And that might just be about to happen here. I hope it doesn't. But okay, he turned. Where's this guy going? Okay, he's gonna come through here, so I'm gonna bolt and hope no one sees me. And then I'm gonna come up behind this guy. All right, good. That's something at least. Can he be seen? I don't know. Let's. Oh, I can be seen. All right, so it begins. We're gonna gonna go with the PPSH here. Unfortunately, it is not very powerful. It is very fast, but it's not very powerful. Okay, I think I lost him for the moment. They know I'm here. They're gonna never. So yeah, as you can see with the amount of rounds I have to put into people, it's not as powerful as the... It has the MP40, but it does have more rounds. It does contain more rounds, so I have to reload less, which is helpful. But at the same time, it's harder to even find rounds. As you can see, I'm down to 66 rounds now because even searching all of those Russian corpses that I happen to go across, I don't have enough bullets. So I'm going to switch over to the MP40 and hope some of these guys have ammo for it. They seem to all be carrying ammo for my Gewehr, which is, well, there's a landmine. That'll be helpful for later, I suppose. Okay, so far I'm higher on PPSH rounds than I am on MP40 rounds, so. And one trip mine. Okay, well, it does take less rounds for this gun to kill a person. Maybe 14 will be enough. Accuracy and damage-wise, this is the better gun. But as I've stated on many occasions before, that's not how I see it. I don't think that should be the way it is, but not my game. I didn't program it, I just play it, so I have to cope with the reality of the situation, and the reality is the PPSH fires more rounds but does less damage.